Why do so many people feel exhausted before the day has even begun? Not physically, mentally. They wake up after a full night of sleep and still feel drained. They drink more coffee, try to stay productive, push themselves harder, yet the heaviness never fully leaves. Most people assume the problem is their schedule. Too much work, too many responsibilities, too many obligations. Sometimes that's true, but often the real burden is invisible. It's the conversation they keep replaying in their head, the mistake they made 3 months ago, the criticism they still haven't forgotten, the pressure to prove something, the fear that they're falling behind. None of these things appear on a calendar, yet they consume enormous amounts of energy. A person can spend an entire day carrying worries that never become reality. They can spend years carrying expectations that were never truly theirs. And after a while, the mind becomes crowded, not with facts, with weight. The strange thing is that many people become so accustomed to carrying these burdens that they stop noticing them. They assume this constant tension is normal, that this quiet exhaustion is simply part of adulthood. But what if it isn't? What if the problem isn't that life asks too much of you? What if the problem is that you're carrying things life never asked you to carry in the first place? Because the heaviest burdens are often the invisible ones, and most of them exist entirely inside the mind. The weight of other people's expectations. Many people spend years chasing goals they never chose for themselves. At first, they don't even realize it. They simply follow the path that seems expected. Work harder, earn more, look successful, gain approval, keep everyone happy. From the outside, everything appears impressive, but inside, something feels off. Imagine someone who spends a decade building a career they don't actually enjoy. Every promotion brings temporary satisfaction. Every achievement feels exciting for a few days. Then, the emptiness quietly returns. Not because success is meaningless, but because success cannot satisfy a life built around someone else's definition of fulfillment. This happens more often than people think. Some carry the expectations of their parents. Others carry the expectations of society. Many carry expectations created by social media. They constantly compare themselves to people they have never met. They measure their worth against standards they never agreed to. The pressure becomes exhausting, not because life is difficult, because they are trying to become someone they were never meant to be. The Stoics understood something that remains true today. A peaceful mind cannot grow in borrowed soil. The more your identity depends on pleasing others, the further you drift from yourself. And eventually, the exhaustion is no longer caused by work. It is caused by the distance between who you are and who you think you must become. The addiction to mental noise. Modern life rarely gives the mind a chance to be still. The moment silence appears, most people reach for something. A phone, a notification, a video, a headline, a new distraction. The day begins with information and often ends the same way. Thousands of voices competing for attention. Opinions, predictions, arguments, comparisons. At first, it seems harmless. After all, everyone does it. But the mind pays a price. Imagine checking social media for a few minutes before work. You see someone buying a new house, someone else traveling, someone celebrating a promotion. Without realizing it, your mood begins to change. Nothing in your own life has actually changed. Yet your mind is now carrying thoughts it didn't have an hour ago. This happens every day. The problem is not information itself. The problem is constant exposure. The mind never gets the opportunity to process, reflect, or recover. Instead, it remains trapped in a cycle of endless stimulation. Many people believe they are tired because they are doing too much. In reality, they are consuming too much. Too many opinions. Too many comparisons. Too many things that have nothing to do with their own lives. The Stoics valued stillness because clarity grows in silence. A distracted mind reacts to everything. A disciplined mind chooses what deserves its attention. And that choice often determines the quality of a person's entire life. The need to fix everything. One of the fastest ways to drain your energy is to take responsibility for things that were never yours to control. Many people do this without realizing it. They spend years trying to fix everyone around them. A friend who keeps making the same mistakes. A partner who refuses to listen. A family member who never changes. At first, it feels like care. You want to help. You want to prevent pain. You want things to improve. But slowly, concern becomes burden. You begin carrying problems that belong to other people. You lose sleep over decisions they made. You replay conversations, searching for the perfect words that might finally change their mind. Yet nothing changes. Not because you didn't try hard enough. Because growth cannot be forced. Every person must choose it for themselves. This lesson often arrives through frustration. You invest time. You offer advice. You give endless chances. And eventually, you realize that some people are committed to lessons they have not yet learned. The Stoics understood that peace begins where unnecessary control ends. There is a difference between supporting someone and carrying them. One is kindness. The other is self-destruction. The moment you stop treating every problem as your responsibility, something surprising happens. Your mind becomes lighter. Not because life becomes easier, but because you stop fighting battles that were never yours to win. And sometimes, wisdom is not knowing how to fix something. It's knowing when to let it be, the fear of falling behind. Few fears are as common today as the feeling that everyone else is moving faster than you. You see people buying homes, starting businesses, getting married, building impressive careers, and, without meaning to, you begin measuring your life against theirs. The comparison happens automatically, especially in a world where success is constantly on display. Every scroll presents another highlight, another achievement, another reminder of what someone else has accomplished. What rarely appears are the struggles behind those moments, the uncertainty, the failures, the sacrifices, the years of doubt. Instead, all you see is the finished picture, and suddenly, your own progress feels inadequate. Many people spend years feeling anxious, not because they are failing, but because they are comparing their chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. The mind turns life into a competition, a race with invisible rules, a race nobody clearly explained. Yet people run anyway. The Stoics viewed life differently. They understood that each person faces different circumstances, different challenges, and different opportunities. There is no universal timeline, no deadline assigned by nature. The oak tree and the bamboo do not grow at the same speed, yet neither is failing. The danger of comparison is not that it steals happiness, it steals perspective. You stop seeing how far you've come because you're obsessed with how far someone else appears to be. And when that happens, gratitude disappears. The fear of falling behind often comes from forgetting that your path was never supposed to look like anyone else's, learning to put things down. At some point, every person discovers a simple truth. Not everything needs to be carried. Yet many people spend years believing the opposite. They carry old regrets, old arguments, old disappointments, old versions of themselves. They carry expectations that no longer serve them. fears that never became reality, worries about futures that have not arrived. And eventually, the mind becomes crowded, not because life added too much, because nothing was ever released. Imagine someone walking with a backpack. Every year they place another stone inside. A betrayal, a failure, a criticism, a fear. After a while, the weight becomes overwhelming. Yet they continue walking as if the burden is unavoidable. The strange thing is that many of those stones no longer need to be there. The Stoics believed that freedom is not found in controlling more. It is found in needing less. Less approval, less certainty, less attachment to outcomes, less resistance to reality. This does not mean becoming indifferent. It means becoming selective. Not every thought deserves attention. Not every emotion deserves obedience. Not every burden deserves a place in your mind. True strength is often misunderstood. People imagine strength as carrying more than everyone else. But wisdom teaches something different. Strength is knowing what to release. Because peace does not arrive when life becomes weightless. It arrives when you stop carrying what no longer belongs to you. Life will probably never become as predictable as you want it to be. There will always be unexpected setbacks, plans that don't work out, people who misunderstand you, moments when effort doesn't produce immediate results, and seasons of uncertainty that seem to last longer than they should. For a long time, many people believe peace can only exist once these things disappear. Once the problems are solved, once the future feels secure, once everyone finally understands them. But life has a way of teaching a different lesson. The struggle is often not found in what happens. It is found in what we continue carrying after it happens. The resentment that outlives the mistake. The fear that survives long after the danger has passed. The expectations that no longer fit the person we have become. The endless mental noise that never allows us to rest. Little by little, these invisible burdens shape the way we experience life. Not because they are unavoidable, because we rarely question whether they still belong to us. The Stoics understood something simple, yet powerful. Freedom is not the ability to control everything around you. Freedom is the ability to remain steady when you cannot. The goal was never to build a life without difficulty. The goal was to build a mind that is no longer controlled by every difficulty. Because the strongest people are not those who carry the most. They are the ones who know what to set down. And perhaps that is the question worth asking yourself today. What burden have you been carrying for so long that you've forgotten you have the option to let it go? The answer may change far more than your circumstances. It may change the way you experience your entire life.